Hey everybody, this is Alpha I0 coming at you with another figure review. I know I've been absent for quite some time. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. I'm at college now. Yeah, go NU. That's Northwestern University. And this summer I recently got into comic books, and my favorite is Deadpool. So of course I had to get a Deadpool figure. And where else would I go but the Marvel Select Deadpool. Now, I wouldn't say this is so much a action figure as more of a posable statue, but it's still a really excellent figure, and I know my lighting is pretty shitty, but I would say it's probably one of my favorite figures that I own. And yeah, let's just take a look. So he looks exactly like Deadpool. He's got the classic red and black color scheme, excellent line work, and as you can see, the lines are actually etched into the plastic as opposed to just painted on. It's not simply a paint app, and that's on all the black on the body. You can see it on the feet here, on the arm. The biceps are especially evident, and of course on the face mask. Now this face, I'm not a huge fan of, this head sculpt. Primarily because it's just incredibly flat. Like, it's almost owl-like, I would say, in that there's very little definition in the profile. But that's just me. Apart from that, the detail is simply fantastic. The belt, the leather pouches, all excellent. The paint apps are fantastic. There's non-removable knives both here on the left ankle and right shoulder, in addition to some sort of grenade. You can see right there. You see she is on the back, ammo pouches around the right leg holster. Just fantastic. The craftsmanship and the artistry of this figure is simply mind-blowing. So let's get into articulation. So the head can go all the way around. It really can't move up and down that much. I mean, you can move it, but it'll stay. Arms rotate all the way around. Bend at the elbow at one joint, so that's about all you're going to get. I get kind of like a ratcheting sensation, but I don't think that's intentional. And these wrists are kind of funky. Sorry, I'm running a bit of a cold right now. They're on like a peg ball, something like that. Anyway, the plastic is flexible, so you can kind of wiggle it all over, and of course they rotate. Waist, just, oh wait, you can go all the way around. Cool. Legs leave a lot to be desired, actually, but again, this is more of a posable statue than a true action figure. So they rotate at the hip, and as for movement away from the hip, they really can only go side to side. I really had not had much experience moving them back and forth, but they do go in and out a fair bit. The knees are double jointed, so you can get a pretty decent bend out of that. And the feet are on that same sort of like funky thing as the wrists, although it's more so down here, and the foot can move forwards and backwards just a tiny bit, and in and out just a tiny bit. So essentially you have to have him pretty solidly planted in order to get any sort of decent pose, or else you really won't stand up properly. Okay, oh, hey buddy. That's why it comes with a stand, but we'll get to that later. Okay, so, accessories. He comes with some sort of machine gun. It really doesn't find an analogy in any real-world firearm. I think it's just kind of strange. The ammo clip is very small compared to the space it has, and I think that was a strange design choice. It just looks awkward, to tell you the truth. I won't be posing it with this, and the stock is just strange, and the barrel is strange. It's just a weird amalgamation of different ideas from different firearms, and I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean, it's painted very well, and I'm sure some people will be posing him with this, but personally, not a huge fan. Next up, we have dual size. They're pretty simple. He came packaged with these, and something I was pleased to learn about these Marvel Select figures is that they're not bendable plastic in the bladed weapons. So these are nice and sharp, actually, and pretty large. Yeah, about the second joint. Well, they're not quite as long as my finger. Yeah, and they also have little ribs right along here that assist in the hands gripping them, and he can grip them just fine. See? Great. One thing I was not a big fan of is, this is more of like a personal preference in posing my figures with bladed weapons, but I prefer, like, especially for like a knife-like weapon like this, I prefer the reverse grip, but the hand is molded in such a way that the little teeth don't grip and it just slides right out. But the size are cool. I believe he came packaged with the size in his hands, so if that means anything to you. Continuing on the bladed trend, we've got his two katanas, which are beautiful. They're quite long, easily longer. They go up to about the web of my thumb. They're beautifully painted, nice and sharp. They just look really good, and they again have the little teeth, although they're molded in gold, and you can see some of the where the ribbon would be on the blade, and the Suba is painted gold in addition to those little teeth, and it fits quite well right into the hand. And what I was pleased to learn is, yes, it can be reverse gripped. So that's rather nice. And of course, they can fit into the sheaths on the back. You just slide one in this way, and the other one in this way, and there you have it. You kind of have to be careful not to put them in too far, or else the blades will bend, but like that, there you go. Deadpool wins. Boom goes the dynamite. Oh man. Wow. Last accessory, he has two handguns. They kind of remind me of Berettas, also kind of in the vein of the modern Colt 1911, the modernized version, not like the modern ones that look like the ones from 1911. You gun freaks out there will know what I mean. He comes with two. They're very nicely molded in silver with black grips, and they fit perfectly into the hand. And you can see, you just kind of wedge them in there. I wouldn't worry about the plastic breaking. The plastic is very high quality. And yeah, that looks fantastic. Pew, pew, pew. Bang, 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 bang. For those of you who have played Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Game very near and dear to my heart. Okay, and of course, these holsters on his hips, the guns just fit nice and snugly right in there. So, last accessory, well, last pseudo-accessory, he comes with these base pieces. Now the base, you can see, is very well detailed, covered with little spent ammo casings, debris, looks like a tin can, and then a back, which is full of bullet holes, which looks really cool. You just slide them together, and there you've got a base. There is a peg right here that goes into either hole on the bottom of Deadpool's foot. There you go. So you just peg him in, and then you can just kind of leave the foot wherever, and there you go. Deadpool. Now, tell me that's not awesome. I got Deadpool, the Marvel Select Deadpool, off of Amazon for about 20 bucks, and I will say it was money very well spent. This is a fantastic display piece. It has a little bit of play value too. I mean, I enjoy messing around with poses and such, and this sheer amount of accessories makes him way better than most other Marvel Selects, I would say, because a lot of Marvel Selects are just the character. Like Marvel Select Magneto, it's just Magneto. There's really not much you can do with that. Whereas with Deadpool, you've got all the weapons and all the attitude. So, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this review, be sure to leave a comment, or like and subscribe. Thanks so much, and expect another review from me soon, not another long drought. Thanks.